Hello, everyone. Mark Johnston here, marriage expert and head coach with High Thrive Coaching. In this series of videos, I'm hoping to just give you a taste of, what it's like to work with us, and just give you a few simple tools to deal with some very common problems that I see every day in helping people with their their marriage issues. Today, I want to talk about the dreaded words, "I love you, but I'm not in love with you." And when a person says this, what I think immediately is that they're saying that I care about you. I'm just not excited to be with you. They don't have that romantic love, that spark. What it is, that spark, I feel like it's the desire or anticipation that your partner is expressing that they miss. Perhaps they are saying this because they have found that excitement, that desire, that spark in someone else. Or perhaps they've been sitting in the state so long that they simply want something to be different. These dreaded words, this statement, it's essentially expressing a lack of desire, a lack of that sense of cherishing your partner, a lack of anticipation to be with you, or essentially they lack the feeling of rejuvenation in being in your presence. And there are a lot of things that actually pull away from this, and it's very, very predictable, honestly. What destroys romantic love and an otherwise potentially loving relationship. The fun fact here is most couples who find themselves in love with someone is probably putting in a lot of effort to demonstrate that love. Pretty much everyone. If you find that you really have a lot of that romantic love, you're probably putting in a lot of effort, which is why as more responsibilities come in, such as children's and bills and increased workload, it's, all those little things, efforts towards love, that romantic love, may take a back seat. You might say, well, my wife, my husband will be there. They're they're just fine. And those romantic feelings slowly start to die away. Perhaps maybe it's other things happen. Maybe there's a lot more tension in your relationship. Maybe a lot of criticism starts cropping up, or contempt. Um, these things are especially more prevalent when, once again, children and bills and increased workload, all that stress, when that stress starts to ramp up, is when a lot of these negative quirks tend to come out. Or perhaps it's a different situation. Perhaps one partner closes up and refuses to further any amount of intimacy, whether that's emotional or physical. Maybe it's they've been hurt in the past and they don't feel comfortable going across a certain line. But any of these situations, these things absolutely kill romantic love. And essentially, the cause of many of these things is simply an increase in stress. Uh, People tend to handle an increase in stress in different ways, closing off, becoming more critical, or just pulling away and spending less time together. And without a doubt, given enough time, those factors absolutely will kill off romantic love, and even in healthy relationships, given enough time. So what then creates it? If we know what kills that romantic love and that spark, I bet you're asking yourself, okay, well, how do I get that back? What creates romantic love? Most couples create love in many similar ways. Um, what tends to be the common threads here is they tend to prioritize their partner above other people or activities. Your partner feels important to you, or people who are pursuing romantic love, they speak in terms of anticipation of being together. There's this sense of looking forward in this excitement. People tend to actively create opportunities to enjoy each other's company. I was mentioning time away from each other, and not prioritizing each other kills it. Well, going out of your way to create that time together can really build it up. Um, People who are romantically in love tend to speak fondly of the other partner and their time together. So they look back on their encounters and speak highly of it. Now, what's interesting is that this isn't wholly dependent on the other partner doing this for you. It's not that if your partner is missing something that, that's absolutely what you need. Oftentimes you create romantic love, those feelings inside you, by engaging in these actions yourself. There's something that clicks in the brain where you say, I am taking time to devote to my partner. I cherish my partner. These are the kind things that I'm thinking about them. That tends to create this love, even in situations where it might not even be deserving of it, which is, a completely different matter. But what I'm saying is you can create these feelings in yourself by engaging in the actions that would create romantic love. Mutual romantic love is then just both partners engaging in these actions themselves. The thing is, love isn't a mystery. There are actually very specific things that could be done by any mildly compatible couple to create romantic feelings again. I listed off a few things here, but certainly if, there's some struggle to get those activities going, there are other things that exercises, other things that could be done to really support that, to really make it a lot easier. It's not a mystery. And it's, this sounds odd in talking about love, but it's a little bit almost formulaic, that if you add in certain elements, you're almost assured to get specific results. Now, this becomes a different matter, however, when one partner starts to exit the relationship or refuses to engage in actions that could create romantic love. If they start to pursue some other short-term relationship outside of the marriage, that can absolutely take away from things. And, the unfortunate truth about this is these other pursuits, they're very likely to encounter the exact same problem down the road of losing that spark, especially when it comes time to needing to rely on each other or when stress starts to ramp up. I'll be honest, there isn't going to be a single right answer that could address every marriage where those dreaded words are spoken. There isn't a magic bullet here where I say, okay, this is the thing that you do, and everyone will get results from this. It doesn't exist. If you're going to have a chance at salvaging your marriage when these words are spoken, you're going to need some help. Part of my routine when I make videos like this, I always like to just check in what other people have to say. And then I then go into my own material, and I like to make sure that I'm still on course, and that I'm still keeping up to date in opinions. What was interesting was, time and time again, when I looked this phrase up, most every expert, there was many expert that said this is basically the end of a marriage. But I'm going to argue against that, as I have seen many situations turn around. And like I said, if you're going to have a chance at salvaging your marriage, you do need help. You need an expert who can give you feedback, tell you where you're steering wrong, tell you where to push forward and really apply some pressure, and where to not. If you need that help, I want you to let us know. We have people available to talk with you for free. And I want you to sign up for a free call if you're even considering it. You can do that over at highthrivecoaching.com/apply. We have members of our team ready to talk with you and determine if our program is a good fit for you. If not, then, I understand. It's not for everyone. We do really like to hold our clients accountable, and it is a bit of an intense program where there's opportunity to talk with some of our coaches every day of the work week. So if that sounds like that it's a good path for you, please go just sign up for a free call. It's just an hour of your time. And otherwise, I encourage you to keep watching these videos. We do have lots of good answers with these, and I will see you next time.